Okay, so I want to show you how to do diagonal or bias joining of two strips. So you've got two strips. I could not have picked a more ugly color if I tried, I swear. I know, my girlfriend is going to think, oh no, those are good colors, but they're not, they're pukey. Okay, so you've got two strips and you want to join them. And you could join them butt to butt, but the seam really shows and your eye sees it. Your eye sees it as part of the design of the quilt, but so instead you want to join it in a kind of an invisible way that your eye won't see. So you take the two strips, one this way and one and then you lay the other one right. This one's right side up, this one's right side down, so right sides together. And you overlap a little bit on the top, this part going up here, I'll put it over here so you can see a little better. Overlap this part going up and this part sticking out here. And what you want to do is get it on there square, so that this part that's hanging out over here is exactly the same from top to bottom. So that this part right here, the bottom edge of that one, is even, so that it's nice and square. Because if it is nice and square, then it's going to end up right. So then pin it a couple of times. Okay, so I've taken the liberty and I've already pinned it on this side, so you don't have to watch me do that. Same exact thing. I've got one, this is the bottom one, this is the top one. They're going through and they are even. Take a ruler, and what you want to do is draw a line that goes from this apex, I think it's the word, I think it's apex, this apex or V, the notch right there, down to this one down here, and then stitch them together. So let's do that. And you're just going to stitch on that line. Remember, I always stitch with the needle in the down position. Don't stitch across the needle, across the pins, because it will cost you money in the long run, like needles and stuff. Okay, so take this one out. Now, when you open it up, you can see that that just goes straight across. So you trim off the seam allowance. And when I did that marking, by the way, I used a friction pen, Frixon pen, and then I always nip off these little dog ears here because I don't like to see them. So that, but anyway, I used a friction pen so that when I press it, that ink line will disappear. So you would sew that open and look. It just continues on, and your eye, when it's in a quilt and quilted, your eye won't see that seam line. So that's a really cool way to extend the length of strips. It's the same exact way that we're going to do it when I teach you about binding the quilt too, when we're making the long strips to go around. Okay, that's it. Bye.